Okay, let's dive in. So, you're probably deep in the ATPL theory books right now, maybe feeling a bit overwhelmed by some topics.
It happens, especially with subjects that aren't just about memorizing facts. You
Yeah.
really need to understand the why, the principles behind things.
Absolutely. And that's particularly true for instruments, isn't it? The things that, keep you safe up there.
Exactly right. This isn't just exam fodder, it's fundamental operational knowledge. And the altimeter, well, it looks simple, maybe just a gauge, but there's a lot going on under the hood.
The physics, the potential errors.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting that wrong has real consequences.
Which is precisely why we're doing this deep dive. We've got the source materials here, your notes, the textbook sections, all focused on altimetry.
And our mission, as always, is to sort of unpack it all. Cut through the jargon, find the core knowledge, and make sure it sticks. Not just the what, but the so what.
Yeah.
For the exams, yes, but crucially for flying safely.
And altimetry is a perfect case study, really, because the instrument itself relies on a standard model, the ISA, the International Standard Atmosphere. That theoretical perfect atmosphere.
But it operates in the real world, which is, well, almost never standard. Understanding that gap, that difference, and how we compensate for it, that's key.
So today we're heading how the altimeter actually works. Those different pressure settings, QNH, QFE, the standard pressure setting, and then the big one, the errors.
Oh, yeah. The errors caused by pressure and temperature changes, they can be really significant.
And how they affect things like flight levels, and probably most importantly, making sure you don't get too close to the ground, right? Terrain clearance.
Absolutely critical. So imagine you're pulling up a chair with us. Let's spread these notes out and really get into it.
Sounds good. Where do we start? The basics.
Let's start with the instrument itself.
Yeah.
Page 128 in your notes. What is it, fundamentally? It senses air pressure, but it displays height or altitude.
Okay, so it's not directly measuring how high you are. It's measuring pressure and then interpreting that as height.
That's the absolute number one thing. It's a pressure device, first and foremost. And the interpretation works because generally as you go higher, the air pressure drops. Less air piled on top of you.
Exactly. Lower pressure means higher altitude, but the relationship isn't always the same. It depends on the atmosphere. So the altimeter needs a set of rules, a standard conversion rate.
And that's where the ISA comes in, the ICAO International Standard Atmosphere.
Precisely. Your source material highlights this. Altimeters are calibrated to ISA. That means a standard sea level pressure, 113.25 hectopascals, a standard temperature, plus 15 Celsius, and standard lapse rates, how temperature and pressure are assumed to decrease as you climb.
Why standardize it like that? Why not just try to measure the real thing?
Because we need a common language, a common reference point. If every altimeter follows the same ISA rules, then theoretically, if two planes are at the same actual pressure level and they have the same setting dialed in,
They should show the same altitude reading.
they should. And that's the basis for air traffic control, keeping everyone safely separated vertically. It creates a predictable system.
But you said the real atmosphere is rarely like ISA.
Almost never perfectly like ISA, and that's the crux of the issue. That's why you have that little knob and window on the altimeter, the subscale, the Kohlsman window.
Right, to set the pressure.
You set a reference pressure in there. What the altimeter then does is measure the actual ambient air pressure outside the aircraft, compares it to the pressure you've set on the subscale, and calculates the difference.
Okay, it finds the pressure difference.
Then, using those built-in ISA rules, it converts that pressure difference into an altitude or height difference shown on the dial. It's telling you your indicated height relative to the pressure level you set.
Let's make that concrete. Your figure 9.2 helps here. Section A airfield at sea level, actual pressure outside is 1010 HPA. You set 1010 on the subscale. What does the altimeter read?
It reads 0 feet. Makes sense, right? You've told it 1010 HPA is my 0-foot reference level, and you are at the 1010 HPA level. The ambient pressure matches the set pressure.
Perfect. Now, section B. Same airfield, still at sea level physically, but the weather's changed, maybe a low-pressure system moved in.
All right. Many thanks for listening to this free part of the ATPL Theory podcast. If you want to continue learning and access the full comprehensive guide, go to my Patreon at patreon.com/ATPLtheory or my Hero at herohero.co/ATPL. That is patreon.com/ATPLtheory or herohero.co/ATPL. Wishing you all the best